but just not my scene. I think your third eye could maybe use some Visine. Your breathing sounds just a little heavy, cool guy. You need to come to class and learn some ujai. I know you see me every single day like Groundhog, and I appreciate it, but I'm not down, dog. I'm gonna grab a coconut water and be on my way. I wish you peace and blessings. Namaste.
Hey yo, girl, I just wanna know your world. When you do your chaturanga, do your toes curl? Hey yo, girl.
Lady Yoga, I sure would love to get to know ya. I got a couple next level poses I can show ya. My first choice, rub lotion on my stiff joints. It's thoughts of you that keep my man Duca Matte moist. Your aura's glowing, your Taria's steady flowing. I signed you up for my newsletter without you knowing. I wanna fly your whole posse to Varanasi, or we can go to Goa and sip some mango lassi, cause I love it when you call me Big Baba. I wanna explore your bodhisattva, unblock my chakras. You got my fourth level exposed. When you fold them Lululemons in a bow pose, you're like a model with that metal water bottle always with you. I'm trying to be sleeping Vishnu, straight up.
Hey yo, girl, I just wanna know your world. When you do your chaturanga, do your toes curl? Hey yo, girl.
Namaste.
Hey YouTube, it's Ray, I'm back. It's been 4 months since my last video update. I apologize, I have had a lot of questions in my my YouTube channel and on Crazy Guy on the Bike asking where I am, why I just disappeared like that, why I left you hanging. There's many reasons, all of which I'll try to address in this video to satisfy all of your questions. And so I'm going to fill you in on what happened, what is happening right now, and what's going to happen in Ray's world. So I'm going to break it into chapters, and because it's been a while since I've done a vlog and I'm not very good at talking to the camera again, so I'm probably going to forget a lot of stuff. So I wrote it down, and I'm just going to edit it so it's really quick and streamlined as possible, not too long, too boring, and try to keep it under 10 minutes. So Korea, I finished it. I did complete the Four Rivers bicycle path. I rode from Seoul to Busan. It's a fantastic ride, freezing cold. I had a wonderful experience. I was riding in the snow, had some amazing times, beautiful scenery, not many people on the tracks, so I had pretty much just had solitude, easy riding, but freezing cold, like the coldest I've ever been in my life. But yeah, fantastic time. I didn't do it justice because I should have done more vlogs and videos, but I actually started stopping vlogging during that ride, so it's a shame that I missed out on recording some things, but these things happen. But fantastic ride, fantastic country. I really, really enjoyed Korea. So must do if you're going to go to Korea, do the Four Rivers path. It's such an easy path, especially I could imagine in spring it would be so much easier. Beautiful weather, there'd be all the cafes would be open, everything would be just simple. But so if you're going to do Korea, do the Four Rivers path. Highly recommend it. Awesome ride, very easy, just straightforward. I got to Busan. I continued with my plan of doing the woofing, and woofing stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. So basically you volunteer your time for exchange for accommodation and food. And I did this in a vegan restaurant called Jack and the Beanstalk. Amazing vegan restaurant, very small, family run by Sophia and her daughter and kids. They run this amazing vegan restaurant. Awesome food, like she makes the best food. And they're such a lovely family, and they looked after me. I stayed in the restaurant, actually lived in the restaurant for 3 weeks, so there's like a little space above where the people sit, and I just slept on a little mat there, and in the morning I would basically wake up, there's a hill, like a nice hill right next to the restaurant. It had beautiful views over Busan. So in the morning I'd wake up, I'd go up the top of the hill, do a hike up the top of the hill, come back down, and right next to the restaurant there's a gym. And because Sophia such a lovely person. She bought me like a 3-week membership for the gym there. So pretty much in the morning I went up the mountain, then I went to a gym, had a workout, and then I went to a jjimjilbang, which is part of the gym, which is like a Korean bath where everyone just showers and baths together. And yeah, that was pretty much my mornings. Every morning I was doing that, and in the afternoon I would start work about, I think it was 4 or 5, I can't remember. And I'd work to 10 at night, so I'd be helping, basically just doing like cleaning dishes, being a waiter, taking orders, things like that, and eating the best food. Sophia, she would not stop feeding me. She just keep feeding me the best, amazing vegan Korean foods you could get. It was just, and it's fresh, organical, fresh off the market, organic markets. Amazing experience. Really enjoy it. If you're ever in Busan, you must go to Jack and the Beanstalk. It's the best vegan restaurant, best vegan burgers, everything there is fantastic. So yeah, that was Busan. In Busan, I was still contemplating my original plan of after Busan going to Japan and cycling in Japan. But at that time in my life, oh, so full off that smoothie. At that time, I was sort of still in a funk. Like, I'm not blaming China, because China, looking back now, China was an amazing experience, and I actually want to go, I want to do it again. I want to do more parts of China. But since China, I sort of lost my mojo, and that's probably a reason why I stopped vlogging too. And I lost the feel, you know. I just lost it. I lost the feeling of the traveling. I wasn't interested in things anymore. Like I was just pretty much just get on the bike and ride. I wasn't interested in looking around or even talking to people. I was getting a bit of a weirdo. So I felt more obligated than interested to go to Japan, because I've always wanted to go to Japan, don't get me wrong. But at that time, at that point in my traveling, I don't know, emotionally I was tired. I wasn't physically, I was awesome, but emotionally I was just like, I wasn't seeing things how I used to see them. I was seeing them just more of okay. I wasn't really experiencing it how I wanted to experience it. So I thought, why push myself and try to do this and not experience it to the full potential? So I thought, maybe I'll change my plans. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Thailand and go back where it's warm, and in a country I know quite well, and it's cheap and it's easy to get the visas. And I'll stay there for however long, a month or two, to however long it takes me to clear my mind and know what I want to do. In the meantime, what I did, I sent my bike and all my panniers by post to New Zealand. My brother lives in New Zealand, so I'm still going to continue with New Zealand. I didn't know when, but I knew I was going to continue that tour at New Zealand. So I just sent all my gear there and ahead, and decided, okay, I'm going to go backpacking for in Thailand around for a couple of months. Thailand, Taiwan, of course, and Myanmar. These are the 3 countries I just want to chill out in. So once I sent the bike by post, I got my visa for Taiwan from Korea. Got that visa, and then from Busan I flew to Taiwan. Now, everyone knows, if you've been following my vlogs, I love Taiwan. I love that country. I love the people. I love everything about Taiwan. So going back to Taiwan just made sense, because I was going down that anyway. I was going towards Thailand. So I stopped in Taiwan for 2 weeks. I was mostly staying around Taipei. Just chilling out, just relaxing without the bike, looking around, just loving Taiwan again, Taiwanese people. I went down to Kenting, down the south, which is famous for its beaches. I took the train down there and did a little bit of that. But basically I was just there, just trying to get my mojo back, just like enjoying things, looking around. It was a great 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks there, I continued to Thailand. And I flew from Taiwan, from Taipei. I flew from Taipei, Taoyuan Airport to Bangkok, and then Bangkok to Phuket. I arrived at like midnight Phuket time. Phuket is in the south of Thailand, it's a famous island. Google it if you don't know it. But Phuket, I went to Phuket because in Phuket they have some very, very good fitness gyms. Like they have Muay Thai, and they have like Body Fit or CrossFit style strength and conditioning. Very well-class gyms actually here on the street. So that's the reason I came here. I thought, okay, I'll sit by the beach and relax. I'm sorry if it's raining, if you can't hear me, but I'm not going to stop. So I thought I'd stay by the beach, relax, get the warmth back into me, do a bit of exercise, that'll help me get my mojo back. So I did that for, I think, about 3 or 4 weeks. Just training a little bit, not too hard. I did a bit of Muay Thai, I did a bit of Body Fit and that sort of stuff. Enjoyed it, actually, enjoying it. And then around April, there's this thing called Songkran in Thailand. It's like a big water festival. It's like celebrating the Thai New Year. But because I've already been to 3 of those in Thailand, I decided to go to Myanmar, which also has a very similar festival at the same time, but they call it Tingyan. I don't pronounce it properly, but very similar idea. But in Myanmar, Myanmar, it's very it's just opening up to the world. There's not as many tourists, more traditional sort of cultural experience rather than Thailand's still good, but Thailand's more like big high-powered water guns shooting each other in the face, and a lot of tourists. But at least in Myanmar, it still had a lot more local people, it still had a lot more feel to it, and it was a new country, and I've always wanted to go there. Myanmar was amazing. It was only 5 days there. I should have spent longer. The people were so beautiful, like absolutely beyond friendly. Some of the warmest hearts I've ever seen. Because I was tall again, I would draw attention, so everyone would like want to, say hello to me or something like that, or shake my hand. Even my hairy arms, I would walk past and kids would just pat my arms, like my hairy arms. They'd be like, oh, look at my arms, they're so hairy. So yeah, but they were so sweet, like they were just so genuine and nice and sweet, very multicultural. And I went to Yangon, which used to be the capital, not the capital anymore, but super multicultural. You wouldn't expect it. There's so many different ethnic groups living there. Chinese, you got like the Indian Arab type mixes, and you got the Myanmar type people, and they're all like sort of living in these neighborhoods. So very interesting, interesting buildings. It's awesome just to walk around there. Fantastic country. Highly recommend Myanmar before it gets too spoiled with all the when it's starting opening up now. Highly recommend it. I would love to cycle there. I want to see more parts of Myanmar. I love that country. Beautiful, beautiful country. You must do that. That's pretty much what I've been doing for the last couple of months. I've been in Phuket. I since came back from Myanmar and stayed in Phuket for another month. Just enjoy myself, living life, getting my plans together, and sort of waiting for that moment to know what I was doing. So I didn't know what I was going to do, where I was going to go from here. But I came to the decision that I'm going to return back home. I'm going to do the final leg. So I'm going to go back to Australia and cycle New Zealand and Australia. So the plan is now, I've already booked my tickets, so I'm flying out in 2 days' time on the 14th of June. 14th of June, I'm flying out to Sydney, Australia. And I haven't been to Sydney since, last 6 or 7 years ago, last time I was in Sydney. In Sydney, I plan to stay for 1 month. I want to do this because, I don't know, I want to adjust back to my reality. I want to adjust back to Australian culture again. It's been 3.5, not quite 3.5 years, but over 3 years I've been away from the Western world, from home, and I'm going to go back to Sydney, which is not my home, but I know I've got family there, and I've got friends there, and I've met some special people there. Hello to you. We shall see you soon. So it's planned, so I'll spend a month there, seeing what I see, exploring Sydney, exploring parts of Sydney I've never been, still doing the tourist thing. Oh, excuse me, that smoothie is good. Still doing like the tourist thing. I won't be working. I'll just be still looking around. I'll probably find gyms to do some weights and things like that. But mainly I'll just be sitting there enjoying Bondi Beach, enjoying all the suburbs, and getting back to in touch with Australia again. For a month in Australia, I'm going to head to New Zealand. I'm going to cycle New Zealand, the South and the North Island. It's mid-winter right now, and I've heard it's a really heavy winter, so I'm not keen to go straight back there. So my original plan was to go on the West Coast and cycle the West Coast of the South Island, but because it's so heavy snow and it's raining, the weather's pretty poor, I'm just probably going to stick to the East Coast and gun it up. I really want to go to New Zealand. I have lots of family there and lots of places I want to see, so I can't wait for New Zealand. I'll definitely be vlogging for that, so even though my vlogging now is not going to be cycle touring completely, now it's going to be basically just me being a tourist. But when I get to New Zealand, I'll be back on the bike again and back touring. So that'll be 1 month from June, it'll be around July. Mid-July, I'll be in New Zealand cycling. So after I finish New Zealand, I'm going to fly to Melbourne, Australia. In Melbourne, I have cousins and aunties and family there, so I can't wait to see them. See you soon. And I'll cycle. I'll bring my bike over and cycle from Melbourne to Sydney. Spend some time in Sydney again. Say hello to Lily, and then continue from cycling from Sydney to Brisbane to Mackay, which is where I used to live. I have family in Melbourne, Sydney, and Brisbane, so I'll get to meet all them. I haven't seen for a long time, and most of them are my cousins and aunties, and I haven't met my cousins' kids yet. So there's a lot of family I'll be catching up with. So the Australian run and the New Zealand run, it's all about family. It's all about seeing people I haven't seen for years. that's pretty much my overview plan. And the next step after that, after I finish my month in Sydney, after I finish my cycling in New Zealand, after I finish cycling from Melbourne to Mackay, it should be around July, August, September, October, November. My plan is to get my old job back as an underground miner. So, for those who don't know, my previous job before I started this 3-year journey, I was an underground coal miner in Bowen Basin, out near Moranbah, actually where I used to live. So yeah, I hope that I can get my job back there again. If they'll take me back, who knows. But yeah, I plan to take my job back again, start work again, because I have my next chapter in my life, which I'm really excited about, which has also been a driving force for me to return home and not continue traveling, cycling, is because I really want to start my dream of starting to learning how to grow organically and sustainably, to grow my own food, like my own gardens and things like that, leading up to a goal of actually owning my own cafe, a vegan cafe of some type of description in the future, possibly some kind of hostel or bed and breakfast as well with that. That's my dream. Since I've been cycling and seeing lots of beautiful hostels and another way of living, I really am passionate about it. I'm passionate about veganism, as you can see. I love this thing. It's my main purpose in life, is spreading the vegan message, cruelty-free life, sustainable living. So that's my dream, is to start my own cafe and things in the future down the track. But before that, you need a bit of ching-ching. So I need to go back to work and get some cash before I can, work towards that goal. But of course, while I'll be working, I'll be also learning constantly to grow my own garden and my veggies as much as I can. And yeah, that's me looking forward down the track. So that was a driving force for me coming home. I've got my goal now. Yeah, it's been amazing. So to wrap it up, that's the end of my 3-year journey. 3 years and 4 months is coming to an end. Not really an end, but in Asia anyway, it's coming to a close. This chapter is closing, and my new life is about to begin. So it's been an amazing 3 years. Nothing's turned out how it was meant to turn out. I have no regrets. I have absolutely no regrets how I've spent my last 3 years. Yes, if I had the knowledge that I do now, I probably would have done things a little bit differently, but in the end, it's got me to where I am now. It's got me to the person I am now, and it's led me through some amazing experiences that I'm quite lucky to have had, because I've seen things that most people wouldn't normally see, and experienced things that most people wouldn't normally experience. So, very thankful for that. But looking forward, this is not the end really of traveling for me. This is just it's a new outlet for me to do something, for me to follow my dreams in another way. But I'll always will be traveling. I'll always be on the back of a bike, doing something. So who knows? But yeah, I should actually do a video on the full story of Ray, how I started this journey. But that's for another time. Anyway, hope this video is not too long. I'm going to edit the crap out of it, cut everything to bits, and make it as short as possible. So basically, I'm heading home. I'll be in Sydney for a month. If you're in Australia and want to see me, I'll be in Sydney for a month. And everyone in New Zealand, I'm coming to New Zealand very soon. I'll see you in New Zealand, and I'll be back in Australia, and I'll see you back in Australia again. It's all good. So there, you're caught up with Ray. Good job, mate. See you soon.